Very, very strange. A lot of weird technology stuff. Well, YouTube in general has been very trippy lately, but I don't even blame YouTube for that. That's like my camera thing. I don't know. Was I like caught in a nexus of something? Like, did I go into like otherworldliness? I don't even know. Anyway, let's get into this. We have the Sagittarius new moon on Monday, December 14th, and this is a total solar eclipse. Everybody is talking about it. I made the decision to not make a separate video about this, guys, because I am going to be making a long one about this, the Great Conjunction, which I think is a lot more profound. But this solar eclipse is, you know, solar eclipse is just like a regular new moon, by the way, for those of you who aren't sure. You know, when the moon passes between the earth and the sun, that's what happens there. But a solar eclipse is more powerful because the moon darkens the sun. Now, this particular one is happening at 23 degrees and 8 minutes of Sagittarius. This is going to mostly be impacting the mutable signs, which are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. So if you know your chart, check out what houses you have Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces in, anywhere from 18 to 28 degrees. You guys are definitely going to be feeling this energy very strongly in those individual parts of your life. We're all going to be feeling it in general, though. Now, Scorpio rising sun, specifically for Scorpio rising, you guys are going to be feeling this in your second house. So the second house is everything that you value. So it's money, it's the roof over your head, it's, you know, things that matter to you, right? Everything that you value. We do typically just call it the money house, but I feel like it's so much more than that. Your self-worth is hanging out in there. There are many things in the second house. So you're going to be feeling the energy very strongly there. So what is this about? This particular solar eclipse is aligned with Mercury in the South Node. So the spiritual meaning of this relates to how we think and we communicate. So really good for those of you who are students, or you're trying to, you know, wrap up the semester or wrap up a project, wrap up anything like that. Now, it is going to be trining Mars. So this is going to give us an energy and the initiative to set new goals and act on our plans with a lot more confidence than we've had up to this point. However, there is going to be a harsh aspect to Neptune that you guys really need to understand, because you have to protect yourself against any sort of deception and also, dare I say, infection, because Neptune does rule disease, it rules infection. I'm not only talking about COVID, we all know about that, but even like the flu, any sort of weird things, just be extra cautious. Take care of yourself this month. Even though, you know, it's the holidays, people tend to get very busy. You know, we drink more, we eat more, we do all this. Just take care of yourself, okay? Now, with this Mercury squaring to Neptune, it does bring confusion and deception to like a new level. So my advice here is do whatever you're going to do. Live life. You know, I'm not one to say like don't live life. Live life. But make sure people are walking their talk. And I really would not hold too much weight in what somebody's big decisions are this month. Not a really great time for it, because Neptune means we're not seeing everything. We're not seeing the full picture. We're just not. Having to do with whatever. That relationship, that situationship. If you're in one of those deals, career, that thing with money, situation going on with the family, whatever it is. All right, so this first Celtic cross spread is going to be for you. And then we're going to pull one for the person that you're dealing with. But understand, that's going to be a subjective read. So it's going to be based on what they're feeling. Let's see, because that's what I do. I meditate on like not only the sign, but also the energy of the other person when I shuffle the deck I use. And I am using the Tarot de la Nuit for the person, the energy that you're dealing with. So this energy can be somebody that you've been dealing with, you're with now. Maybe you've been married to them for 40 years. Maybe you just met them last week. Who knows? Just somebody in your energy field. You guys maybe aren't together. Maybe you're in a weird space. However, it could roll out. We did Justice energy, Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Swords. Wands. Well, thank you, Scorpio, because I have to tell you, a lot of the energy, like they're dealing with people who are just like this. This is a loving partnership here, even though you might not feel it. Just they're feeling it. So Stay tuned. We have Four of Swords. You coming into this energy, Four of Swords in reverse. You're in this space of feeling restless, anxious, burnt out from all the nonsense of this relationship, but you're just ready to act. You're just ready to do things differently. You just really are. Just ready to do things differently. Coming to this energy. Now we have this working with the Two of Pentacles reverse, crossed by the Ten of Swords. Interesting, because the Two of Pentacles in the reverse is about an inability to commit, right? This feeling of struggling, this feeling of feeling overwhelmed, Scorpio. Something was overwhelming you. There was too much required, too much expected, too much nonsense, too much of something, fill in the blank in a situation. Now, this could be you understanding this is the energy that you were dealing with, your perception of them, right? You have to understand from an energetic perspective, this is how it could work. And because of that, there was this struggle, there was this sense of overwhelm. What's crossing it is the Ten of Swords. Something had to end, complete and painful ending. Something hit its rock bottom because there was this issue of commitment, this issue with follow through. Or if it wasn't the commitment or the follow-through, somebody became very easily overwhelmed by something and it became an issue in the connection and it ended up in this painful ending. Now, we have the Seven of Wands in reverse, and this, what I like about this, there is this idea still of defensiveness, okay? There is defensiveness here. There is this idea of weak boundaries. But there can be this movement forward. Whenever we get wands, and I'm not trying to like make this prettier than it is. Trust me, I have no true vested, investment in this to not be straight with you. Something's stalling right now, but it's something that I'm feeling very strongly that needs to be pushed forward. It's like a quitting. Somebody's giving up on something. So maybe you're giving up on something or somebody else is giving up on something. Because of this Ten of Swords energy, where it's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. We have the Fool reverse as the foundation energy, which is about, honestly, not being prepared for the level of commitment, relationship expectations that were being presented with this particular situation. That is what I'm getting for you. You might be in a space of being kind of apathetic about it, where it's like, no, I can't do it the way they want to do it. I can't. You're viewing them as being rather careless and not being very thinking things through. But the Fool energy in the upright is all about fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, and this is just like not something that's going to be happening here. We have this working with the Page of Swords. This is all about the truth coming out. And how are you viewing the person that you're dealing with is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse is greedy, right? Greedy. Now, but we could be greedy with many, many things. So this could be, if it has to do with money, maybe somebody that you're dealing with, they're in debt, they're stressing about money. Money is an issue. They're too worried about money and it's freaking you out. You're like, money's important, but it's not everything. And not that they don't have good points, but it's like, you don't understand why they're so worried about it. So that could definitely be how you are considering somebody, this person. If it doesn't have anything to do with that, this could be them being just really stressed out about the connection, really like, we're not as connected as I think we should be, or not able to show up in the connection as much as you think they need to be, right? So there's this lacking, could be, if it has nothing to do with money, it could be that lacking of connection. Now, what is your fear is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, which is all about giving up. This is your fear. Your fear is about giving up. Putting all of your work into something, all of your energy into something, your emotions, everything, for nothing, for like no reward on the other side of it, only to have them not show up in the way that they need to show up. So what do we have in the near future? We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. The Queen of Swords in reverse is very kind of, this could be a very cold energy, very rigid. I feel like you've reached a precipice, Scorpio. No kidding. Because, you guys are all about emotions and everything. But right here, I just feel like you're just, you're not wanting to deal, right? This is the thing. I feel like there's a reason, because you've been dealing with dishonesty and somebody who in your mind has not been very kind, who's been rather rigid and cold, and therefore you are responding in the same way. You know, it's they're being cold to you, rigid with you, very, this is how it has to be. Da, 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 da. There's an element of dishonesty here somewhere. Now that I'm not talking about earth-shattering dishonesty. This could be just a ton of white lies, but whatever it is, it's like somebody not, you vibing that somebody's just not being completely honest about how things are going to be moving forward. However, we have the final outcome as a really good energy, guys. The Wheel of Fortune, this is good energy, and this is a turning point if you're willing to take the chance. So there is this gamble that needs to be taken in order for you to get this luck. Wheel of Fortune is a great energy to work things out in if the bones of something, the bones are good. If the bones aren't good, then not so much. Do you know what I mean? Like if somebody's like a narcissist or what have you, you know, any kind of yucky energy like that, you know, it's not going to be blessed. It's not going to be blessed. Because these get this, the wheel gets Jupiter blessings. It's a Jupiter energy. Who doesn't want that? It's all about, you know, luck and expansion, moving forward with integrity, all of that really good stuff. So I feel like this is very available, but I feel like there's this like lack of trust. And it may be, you know, really rooted, just very rooted in this idea like you don't want to defend yourself. You feel like you've defended yourself in the past. You don't want to have to do that. You feel the way you feel, and you want them just to be okay with that. You don't want to have to make excuses. You don't want to have to lie about how you feel. You don't want to have to do any of that. And you may be in a space of feeling like you might have to do that with the Queen of Swords reversed in order to have that wheel. Got to be careful of that though. Be very authentic. That's it. What's going on with them? Coming into this energy, we have the Nine of Wands. So coming into this energy, somebody who's very persistent, maintaining their boundaries, doing what they have to do, right? Working, you know, showing up in the relationship the way they need. However, there is a vibe with the Nine of Wands of boundary maintaining, right? Like they want to be in it, but they're, okay, you stay there because I don't know where this is going to go kind of energy. They're oh, you're dealing with somebody who is hyper-focused on, man, they're very worried. They're very worried about money. They're worried about the past not repeating itself. They're worried about things being fair. Very, very worried. Very worried. I mean, that's, you know, the Justice energy is a Libra energy, which is the 7th house of partnerships ruled by Venus. And so this is about cause and effect, win-win solutions, the truth coming out. You know, this is a situation, you know, dealing with right now. And this is being crossed by the Nine of Pentacles, which is all about, very much about solo pleasures, focusing on what they need. Being very focused. Now, I'm not getting like in a very selfish way, but this is them. That first of all, I feel like you are dealing with somebody who's very self-sufficient, okay? And they're very focused on their money right now, and they're very focused on what they want, need, and desire. And I feel like that's something that needs to be taken into consideration, because it's like they can take care of themselves. They'd rather be with you. They can take care of themselves, though. This is like not a thing. But at the same time, we have the Knight of Swords working here. Whenever we get the Knight of Swords, it's a crowning, right? This is about a fast-talking person. You know, you might be dealing with an air energy here. Quick talking, you know, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I would say Gemini, Aquarius. Gemini. Libra and Aquarius, they're air energies. They're very, you know, intelligent, but they're not as quick-talking as the Gemini energy. Might be dealing with the Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. And I'm saying that because I'm getting that intuitively, even though the Knight of Swords is Gemini, but it's Gemini and Taurus, right? So really having this kind of discussion that ends up very much dealing with the truth, right? You have to understand, wherever there's truth, there's reality, there's a reality check, there's truth, there's communication. Whatever's being discussed here is about a lifestyle change. So I don't know what this, if this could mean you guys have an argument and you go from being together to being single, from being single to being together, to deciding, fighting over a house, fighting over property, fighting over anything that would incite a lifestyle change. Maybe you have a business together, anything like that. That's crowning, though, for them. So this is a thing. This is an issue. They're very concerned. Foundation, though, is the moon. They're not telling you everything. We have unseen problems here, voluntary changes, and them trusting their intuition very deeply. But you guys watching me know what do I always say about the moon energy? I love the moon. The moon's fabulous. I love Cancer. Moon rules Cancer, right? But what is the house of Cancer? It's not only the house of home. It's also the house of the stories that we tell ourselves. So we have to be very careful. It's a very internal energy. The moon is the emotions that we feel internally that we don't necessarily share with everybody. And there's always the danger of us telling ourselves this false narrative. And I always like to say that because there's nothing to lose. When you're very deep in your emotions and you're thinking through things and you're feeling very emotional, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing to lose by stopping yourself and saying, okay, I need to really take a deep breath here and ask myself, this is what they're saying. What's real? This is what they need to do. What's real and what's based in fear? What's real and what's based on the past? Because their fear may have nothing to do with you, or it may have everything to do with you, but they have to identify that, right? It's good to trust your intuition as long as you're telling yourself the truth. Makes sense, right? And now, where is your psychological headspace right now with the Page of Pentacles? Page of Pentacles is about being super patient. This is where, not yours, theirs. Their headspace is right now being very patient. They're very patient in this connection. They really are. Scorpio, I feel like you're dealing with somebody who is, now if you feel like they're not paying attention to you, maybe they just started a new job or they're focused on their money, but regardless, this is a patient energy that we're dealing with. And I know a lot of you might be like, hell no. They feel like they're being patient with you though, whether you agree with them or not. It doesn't matter. You may not agree with them, but they feel, right? Their psychology right now is they feel like they are being patient. How do they see you? They see you as the Hangman reverse. They feel like you feel like a victim in something, that you feel like they're not showing up in a certain way, and that you view them as being selfish. This is how they see you right now. And their fear is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse is their fear. Their fear. They're afraid of the idea of greed in this, or their idea of the idea of being financially dependent on you, perhaps, or them being financially dependent on you, you being financially dependent on them. This is a fear. The idea of envy is here. This is a fear that they have. They don't want you to be, and they don't want to be envious of you. They don't want you to be envious of them. But they're afraid of greed as well. So they're afraid here that you're not going to be as giving and as open as they feel like they need. Which is very interesting to me because that Scorpios are very giving energies. But, Scorpio could also be a testing energy as well. So that might have them back on their heels a little bit. So we have this working with the Page of Cups. This is fabulous. Page is a new cycle in something. Cups are emotions, right? So it's like really wanting to rekindle this idea of they just want to be peaceful. They want to be happy. And they want to just have this relationship and be in their feels and feel good about it. They really do. Look at what they think of this relationship with you. They think you guys have everything that it takes to go the long haul. There's no question. This is about material happiness, joyous outcome, everybody being happy, everybody having all the tools in their toolbox they need to work things out. They see this as you, and then you see the relationship with the wheel, which is so awesome because this is a turning point. So I have good vibes about this. Let's pull a Wisdom of the Oracle for each of you. First for you, new life, and for them, go in the distance. Wow. No. This is fabulous. I have to tell you, whatever you guys were doing before cannot continue. If you are not resonating with that and you don't think that that's possible, this is not your reading, guys. I'm very sorry. Maybe we'll get you next time, or maybe we'll get you just in the straight up deep love read. Obviously, we can't get everybody the same each time, but I see like new, going the distance, going the long haul. You guys figuring your stuff out. Let's see what we have here. Very contrary energies. I'm not worried about it. I feel like this is going on anyway. I just do. So we have the seduction energy. There's attraction, flirting, dating. Then we have the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. No second chances. That's it. It's done. It'll never happen again. Grow, go, grow, and transform your life. Then we have I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun, flirting. You want to date. But then we have the runner in a codependent relationship. Somebody's got a fear of intimacy. Somebody's listening to their ego. But then the truth comes out. Clarity, truth, revelation. What truth is coming out? The Daughter of Wands. This is the Knight of Wands in the reverse. It's what it... Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. This is a Page of Wands in reverse. So this is very... Somebody, like, what is coming out? What clarity is coming out? Somebody has been very immature when it comes to approaching something. Look, it doesn't mean that they're a child. I mean, maybe they are. I mean, I know a lot of you guys have shared that with me, relationships that you're in. It's like, it's a woman child, a man child. But meaning like they don't have very developed emotional intelligence. Why don't we say that? That's the energy that I'm getting. And this is the truth of a situation. It doesn't mean that they can't love and they don't love. It's just the way they do it is really kind of an issue here. Now we have this working, the runner energy is working with the Strength card. So the Strength energy is a Leo energy, and this is all about, you know, self-love and self-respect and trying to be brave. But the runner energy, the Strength energy rather, Leo is 5th house, which is very much a me energy. So I am getting in low vibration. This could be somebody who is very focused on the feeling of falling in love, the feeling of romance, you know, the act of sex, all of those things. Being creative, all of those fun things that this energy, you know, offers. But in the low vibration, it's being way too focused on their own wants, needs, and desires. So, you know, Scorpio, this could be you, this could be them. Maybe it's even a little bit of both of you, but this is something that's happening. Now, somebody likes you here, right? But then we have this 2 of Wands. So, and this is, you're in this space of waiting because you need to make a choice. So it's almost like if given the choice, now this could be somebody likes them, if you're not resonating with it that way, right? Because this is both of your energies. But it's like still waiting to hear from, they're waiting to hear from you, or you're waiting to hear from them. Now we have Grim Reaper. That's it. It's over. Working with the 8 of Swords. Mental clarity about something. New idea. This illuminates the entire spread. It really does. The Ace of Swords is a very powerful energy. So there's mental clarity here. There's absolute mental clarity. Now we have the 6 of Wands working with this seduction energy. So the 6 of Wands is a very positive card. It really is. 6 of Wands is about victory, award, recognition. But more than anything, it's about good news coming in. And that good news inciting something that's very successful for you. So there's this idea of attraction, flirting, dating, you having a lot of success there. There is a lot of mental clarity about the relationship the way it is. Somebody likes you, but you're still very confused. I feel like you're still waiting for this person to call you, or you're going to call them, however it's going to be. We have this energy, the runner in the codependent relationship. There's fear. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of focus on self here. But the clarity of truth comes out, and the fact of the matter is somebody is just too immature for the relationship. It doesn't mean they don't love you. It doesn't mean they don't want to go the distance. It doesn't mean any of that. That does seem to be, for whoever's resonating with it, this is the narrative of this particular energy here. So only you're going to know how to deal with that, because it does seem like even, okay, it's done. I swear I'm never going back to that person again. This new person's coming in. Okay, I like them, da-da-da-da-da. But we got go the distance in new life. You may be focused on a new life and moving yourself going on, moving on. They're ready to go the distance. It seems like they just can't get out of their own way, though. So you're going to do with that whatever you want. I'm not suggesting that you fix it. I just feel like that is the story that I'm getting right now. I always say that is the thing with tarot and astrology. You can never take into account personal human decision, because that has everything to do with what else is in your chart. Certainly not only Scorpio, right? You really have to know your placements. Okay. So... And I'm getting a lot of questions about people who have apparently read online, oh, if you don't know your birth time, just put in 12 p.m. Please don't do that, because that could send you down completely the wrong path. All right? That is not the proper way. Our rising signs change every 60 to 90 minutes. So 12 p.m., you could have yourself as a Leo rising, when in reality you're, I don't know, Sagittarius rising, which would completely change your house placements and the dynamic of what you're doing. So we don't want to do that. All right, let's get into career. So career, money, any kind of money situation. So what could this have to do with? Career, inheritance, insurance payout, tax, any sort of tax situation, legal situation, your partner's money, an investment payout, finding out if you're getting that mortgage, anything like that. Money, the idea of money. Foundation. This is the Lenormand deck, guys, for those of you who are tuning in for the first time. Then we have Polar Bear. It's different than tarot. Then we have the Compass. Okay, so you're very focused on your sustenance. You're very focused on maintaining what it is. Like the polar bear is literally, think about what a mother provides a child when they're small. Food, roof over the head, their needs. So the polar bear is pointing to the compass. This is true north. Well, let's see what that is. I don't making this work here. We have the rose in the cage. Okay, so this tells me you know exactly what to do, because we have the moon rules the emotions, and the moon is looking at the bird cage, and inside of it is the key to the seed, really, right? The flower. It's the experience of what it is that you need to do. But now the big question is, are you going to do it? Are you going to keep the cage open, or are you going to take the key and lock yourself in the cage and take that opportunity away from yourself? But it does seem like, because the moon is very internal, you know exactly what you need to do. So let's pull some tarot on that. You may not be telling anybody right now. Get more moon energy here. Look at that. So we're talking about the anchor has to do with having a firm foundation. So the moon is ruled by Cancer. Cancer rules home. So some of you might be investing in real estate, buying and selling home. The idea of home might be at play here, having to do with your finances right now. Maybe you're selling a home, maybe you're needing to buy a home, anything like that. If it has nothing to do with that, it just indicates that you are very much sort of keeping some ideas, some thoughts very much to yourself. We have this working with the Eight of Coins in reverse. The Eight of Coins in reverse is about lacking focus right now, lacking, I'm not even going to say ambition, because it does indicate that, but I'm not getting that. So you're very, very focused on something being just so, being perfect, and you have to be careful of that, okay? You have to be careful of that, because you are going to be in a space where you need to make a decision. You're going to have two choices to make. And this is kind of like trying to weigh options. What do I think is the best call for myself? But you're very, at the core of it, you're very focused on having a firm foundation. So you don't want to be silly with your money. You don't want to be silly with your investments. And you're very focused on something going smoothly in order for that to be met. So we have working with the polar bear, which is like really quite literally just having what you need. We have the 9 of Wands in reverse to start, and this is about having faith in something, right? You may be still feeling a little bit defensive about something, but there is this idea of isolation ending, you not feeling so alone in something, having faith. Now that's working with the 7 of Cups in the reverse. 7 of Cups in reverse indicates clarity. So the illusion of something ending, you're going to have definitely this restored sense of self having to do with money, whether it's about a job or any sort of legal situation that you have yourself involved in. Now we do have the wheel reverse, and the wheel reverse indicates like not such great luck right now because things feel out of your control. It doesn't mean that it's going to stay like this, but right now it seems like you feel stuck in a rut because you feel like things are out of your control. So you're in this space where it's like, damn it, I just want to do that. Why can't I do that because of this? So there might be restrictions held, and you might feel very restricted in your finances. You might feel like there's your finances are accountable to somebody else, or there's something that's inhibiting you from being able to feel the sense of freedom here right now. So obviously it could be, if you're out of work, that would certainly do it. That would definitely also be a wheel reverse energy, because that's not such a fortunate thing that can go on, and that can make you feel very stuck, and that's certainly really not in your control right now, particularly if it has to do with COVID. But working with the compass energy, we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a very self-sufficient energy, total honesty, keeping it real, sticking with the truth of something. I like this because this is very much a mental energy. And we have this working with the 6 of Coins, which is very much about generosity, giving and receiving. So I like this. So I feel like this could be somebody helping you out, Scorpio. So maybe somebody's, giving you money, lending you money. You're getting that mortgage. You're getting that loan. Somebody's investing. You're getting the job. They're giving you whatever money you need. I feel like you are getting it. But now we have the Faith reverse. This is the Hierophant reverse. And this is about you being very focused on your creativity, having a problem with authority. Now you need to be careful, because it does seem like somebody wants to invest with you, but you're very focused on, that might compromise my creativity. I don't want to deal with another energy. I don't want to have to deal with any rules. You want to be careful of that, okay? Just want to be careful of that if that's like a situation. Only because what you think is the case in December may not be the case going into January. So the best you can, try not to make any big sweeping decisions, okay? Because this stuff, I see like you have a problem here with like expectations, or conforming to the way somebody wants to do something. Now, you might be totally right. They might be, back crazy and what they're expecting you to do. But don't make any harsh decisions yet. Because let's see what is this rose indicating here. We have the 3 of Coins. This is all about Mars and Capricorn. 3 of Pentacles, and we have this in the reverse. So this is telling me like you're dealing with a lot of political nonsense. This could be office politics, just the politics of something having to do with work. Not feeling very supportive, not feeling like you're doing something collaboratively when you really feel like it needs to be done collaboratively, like as a team. And then we have this working with the 7 of Coins, which is about patience and hard work, but delayed success and the need to wait. So there's this waiting. So the collaboration is not going to happen right now, but there needs to be this waiting in order for you to get to the 9 of Coins, which is very nice because this is about financial gains. So it seems like there's going to be some patience needs to be exercised here. There's something that you're working on, some project, some job, some sort of arrangement, some sort of legal situation. Be patient right now. I know it's difficult, but we have working with the moon energy, we have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is some fast-talking person coming in and wanting to do like A, B, and C, right? But they are definitely serving up some truth. The Knight of Swords always does serve up a little bit of truth here, but it ends up serving to be some sort of change in how things are right now. And we have it working with the Lover's energy, which is great to get for career, because this is great for partnerships, anyone that you have a shared soul purpose with. So it can be an employer, an employee, working some sort of contract out, working out some sort of arrangement for a project that you're working on, anything like that. It's a really good partnership, but it does indicate needing to make a choice. You know, do you want to be in this? You really have to figure out, is this definitely what you want to be involved in? Because at the end of the day, we have this as the Nine of Cups in reverse. Somebody might be really greedy or just looking for a quick flip, a quick turn of results, you know, where they don't want to put the work in. There can be an element of laziness here. You know, I mean, the Nine of Cups in the upright is about wish fulfillment, everything's great. But at the end of the day, you're feeling this though, Scorpio. I feel like you know at the end of the day that somebody's just looking for quick results and is being greedy. I mean, it might be you, but it might be an energy that you're dealing with. But in the moon energy, you're feeling it. There's no question that you're feeling this very, very strongly. Feeling it very strongly. Yeah, because we have this Five of Cups working here. You're just feeling like, feeling a sense of loss, and you're feeling a little regret that you even bothered going into this, because we have it working with the Temperance reverse, which is a very disruptive energy. It's chaotic. You feel like you're not even in control of what's going on. You're feeling like you are, this is just very challenging. The Three of Swords is the card of pain, right? So it's like this loss, this energy of loss. Yeah. Yeah. Tower energy, something is not serving you. It's got to be over as it is. However it's been rolling out, somebody is trying to sell you some like waterfront property in Arizona. Like this is like in the desert, right? This is like what's happening here, right? I mean, there's no question. But the tower energy is about the lights coming on. Nobody's wearing rose-colored glasses. The flags are very obvious. And you're seeing something, obviously, before it's too late. And I like this because we have two fabulous energies here. As closing, we have the Ten of Cups and the Strength energy. So these are really good because this is about contentment, feeling very, like, being very supported. The Ten of Cups is being very supported. I'm really loving what you're doing, and it's working with the Strength energy, which is about the ability to feel creative, be creative, and do things on your terms. So it feels like somebody wants to come in and kind of take over and tell you this is how this has to be, and you have to do this, this, and this, and this, this, and this. And you recognizing it and you stepping away from it. But it ending up being really good because you're able to really tap into your sense of self-confidence, your ability of self-love, your ability to really engage in your own self-respect, and bring yourself your own Ten of Cups energy when it comes to this. So whatever project it is, you're just like, you know what? Not trusting some energy that's coming at you, and you're just saying, you know what, I'm going to do things my way. I really am. And not even that you're not saying that somebody doesn't know. It's just you're so not trusting. Somebody is definitely working under their own agenda, and you want to do things in a way that you know is going to be better for you. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.